All right, we're live here again. Supremacy Clause live stream with Kennedy Walker and myself, and we're gonna watch Kennedy Walker doing his stuff last October. No, August. Last August. And this is where he completely defeats and owns the cops, just standing on his rights. So let's watch here.
Hey there, you run this place?
Yes, how can I help you?
I want to sell my magic mushrooms here.
Your what?
Magic mushrooms?
Which are what?
You don't know what they are?
The psilocybin?
Yep.
No, you can't sell them in public like that.
I can't? How come?
This is a public event. And
I'm the public.
yeah, no.
What do you mean, no?
can't sell
This isn't your park?
those. I run the event. I had to
So it's a public park. It's a public event. Yet the public can't sell their wares because this lady doesn't like them or something. She never really articulates.
Because she
that.
has a permit. She thinks that she tells other people what to do at the park because she went and paid for a permit.
Right. And everybody that does this, they have a permit for, this, that, or the other event at the park. They all think that their area of the park is now theirs because they have a permit. When really all the permit is like it's a temporary occupancy permit. That's all it is. That's all it is. It doesn't give them authority over anybody in the park or anything that goes on in the park. Well, let's roll it.
So,
Permit for the
this
park.
is a public park.
I had the permit for the park. And so unless you're part of the event, then no, you can't be selling it.
Really?
You can go to Lions Park and sell if you want.
Isn't this the farmer's market?
Yes.
I have produce to sell.
No, you don't. You just want to sell mushrooms.
Yeah.
So, no.
And mushrooms are produce. It's edible, it's smokable, it's produce. They're mushrooms. I wonder if you had, 8 pounds of shiitakes or portobellos or whatever, if they'd let you. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Well, the problem is that they think they're in charge here. They think that they tell me what to do. I mean, bro, this is the whole problem with it. Even their kind being out in public, owning property, voting, any of that stuff. Because every single time you deal with one of these people, they're nuts. So it's like, how does this add up to a legitimate person that needs rights? It doesn't. Like, it just doesn't add up to that. Every time, okay, so she's got a permit. This is still my park.
Yeah,
she got a permit from my employees.
Yeah.
How ridiculous that she's coming and telling me what to do. Dude, it's just completely ridiculous. And that's how people think by the hundreds of millions. Where it's just like, their thought process is broken. It just doesn't work. They can't tell. They don't know their place. They don't know their rank. They don't know who they tell what to do. They think they just tell whoever. I mean, look at this lady. She thinks she literally should be telling other people what to do. Look at her. I mean, what a joke. It's completely ridiculous that these people are so entitled. It's like, why don't you have any accomplishments before you get so entitled? I don't get it. Like, a person doesn't act like they can play basketball unless they can actually play basketball. And yet these people act like they can be in charge of the park even though they can't do it. And they don't. Do you understand the similarity?
Yeah, it's a public park. You pay. Everybody pays in for the socialists to take care of the park. Now, I'm all about parks. Parks are a good thing. Somebody needs to clean up the trash. Somebody needs to mow the grass. They need to upkeep the structures, all that. But just because you pay for a temporary occupancy permit does not mean that you run the show. It's not credential enough for you to say you're the boss of anybody who walks up. It's just not.
Right.
But
she got the permit from my servants.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Crazy. All right, let's go on here.
Okay. Well, I'm probably just going to. So.
No.
Oh, you don't? You're gonna kick me out of this park? Is that what you think you're gonna do?
I have the permit for the park.
So what?
Yes, I can.
That doesn't prevent me from doing anything. I don't care about your permit.
And I don't care that you're selling
Okay,
street mushrooms.
good.
Now she said that, but of course she's lying, right? She's
Yeah,
gonna call,
she does care.
call the cops.
She,
and I
yeah.
did press charges on the one that called. And what did the cops do? Obviously, they collaborated.
Nothing.
But still,
Yeah,
that's a 14th Amendment equal protection under the law violation. It's an instant lawsuit. A jury needs to decide. If that's once you press charges, see, because she called the police, or one of them, and disrupted my business. For one thing, she probably called 911, right?
Right, which
And
is
then-
a misuse of emergency services.
Yeah, she didn't report an emergency. She didn't report a crime. She didn't report that she's a victim of a crime.
Nope.
She just essentially called him up and said, come and bother this guy. And then they did it. Come and disrupt his business because I want you to.
Yep. Collaborator.
Yeah. A
Why'd
drug
you
war
call the police?
participant. That's a drug war participant. So yeah, that's treason. Giving aid or comfort. You call up the cops and tell them that you want me attacked for something to do with your drug war. Well, that's collaborate. That's treason. No
Yes, it is.
trial. It's a capital offense. There's no trial either. Not during wartime. So,
And clearly we're at war. Clearly.
well, they declared a war, yeah.
Well,
And then there are other wars that aren't declared, like CPS and the war on your kids, and then all that stuff.
Yep, there's the war on there's a war on our rights without question. There's a war against the Constitution.
Oh yeah, and these auditors, frauditors, I should say, are part of it, because what we're about to see in this video, every bit of it is mind-boggling, because it's exactly the way the law is designed, but no one does it.
Nope, nobody. Roll it.
Being not a kind person and you're not listening.
She's the one that just told me to leave a public park.
Sir,
she's not being
this
a
is
kind
a
person.
family-oriented farmers market.
They always claim
There
it's
are
you.
vendors.
They always claim it's you when it's them. So she's already trying to disrupt my business. She's telling me not to do my business, literally. It couldn't be any more word for word out of the disorderly conduct charge. Disrupting a citizen's business. Like, what do you think she's trying to do? And then she's trying to blame me for it. And the cops love that shit. They love blaming the man, and they love taking the... I mean, look how disgusting she is. And she honestly believes that she's in charge around here. Man, it's honestly like the dumber and the more like ridiculous you are, the more rights you think you have and stuff. And then the cops will go ahead and collaborate with these ones.
Of course they will, because they're socialist collaborators, man.
Yeah,
They're
and this woman and her mental illness, that's the reason why they get an in. And so they're fine with her. She's done this 1,000 times probably throughout her life, getting people thrown in jail and stuff over nonsense because she thinks she's in charge. And now look at her. Bro, she looks fucking fucked up. Seriously. If you don't look at a person and start wondering if they look like that because they're like demonic or some shit like that, there's a problem with you. Seriously. These people all end up looking like this. Anyways, go ahead.
Here that
Don't
are
share your religious beliefs with me, okay?
Okay, same with me. I don't want to hear
Okay,
yours.
great.
You have a great day.
Yeah, don't disrupt my business. What does it cost to set up one of these booths here?
$7. And what is your name?
I'm not going to provide that.
And they all want to. It doesn't matter if it's in the town square, outside of a business, on a public sidewalk. They always want to know what your name is. Who are you? What's your name? Well, what's your name? No, I want your name first. You tell me who you are.
Right.
Like, who
It
do they
makes
think they are?
What it is it's name magic, and it's to make you feel exposed so that they can tell the cops your name and that you're gonna like go to jail or something like that. See, but I do the same shit with name magic, but mine's way better. I'll call them traitors and ask them if they took part in the drug war. I'll call them pedophiles. I'll point out that they SA kids in dungeons. So my name magic is really right to the core, that you belong
Right.
in prison.
Yeah, you're going straight for the description of what and who they are. You know,
Right.
you're calling them out on their crimes.
Right.
Well, let's go here.
At 46. 45 minutes. Vendors are here right now. That's okay. They're not gonna buy anything.
How you doing?
But
Is your car here?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer any questions?
No.
Okay.
Now, at this point, I got to ask: are there tags on your car?
There was then.
Okay. So they violated your fourth and your fifth.
Right, but the problem isn't that he does that. The problem is that he has no fear of doing it right in front of me. He fully 100% expects me to be so stupid that I can't tell that he's searching and seizing my identity right now. And you know what? He's usually right. It's a pretty good bet to place on an Ameritard that it will literally watch the cop violate his rights and not have anything to say about it. Go ahead.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
This is a Fourth Amendment violation right there, as usual. Could you identify yourself?
I'm Sergeant Esplin, Mr. Walker.
Did you, how do you know what my name is?
Copy. I got a complaint down here I'm investigating.
Did you
okay?
just run my tag?
I've got a complaint I'm investigating.
Did you just run my
did.
tag?
Investigating what? Investigating.
Well,
a
investigating
call?
doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
For
mean
one
shit.
thing, he's not an investigator. He's a law enforcement. Okay.
Yeah, he serves warrants and he arrests criminals. That's it.
And what is his investigation? He doesn't have one because
No.
there's no crime.
no,
There
crime.
is no injured victim. There never was.
There's no complainant. There's just a complainer. There's a
Right.
difference.
There's a person that's trying to disrupt my business, but yeah, same thing. All right, so he just violated my rights right in front of me, and I'm calling him out on it. And he's so used to just spinning up his bullshit and saying, "Oh, investigation. That means I get to do anything I want." Because people like Carolina and Fort Worth tell him that they can. And look what happened to her. So do you want to follow that person that trains her cops up to literally beat her up and feel like they can do it with impunity? An old woman.
Yeah.
Don't follow people that are that confused, okay? If they're not able to convince their cops to be afraid of them, like what I'm going to do with him right now.
I did.
And do you have probable cause to
I
do
have
that?
A complaint that you're selling
Do
mushrooms
you
out
have
of the car.
probable cause of
that
a
would be
crime?
my probable cause.
No, he doesn't have probable cause because he's not a judge and there is no warrant. There's no probable cause. The judge decides whether to side in the warrant or not based on a sworn complainant's testimony, statement, whatever you want to call it, that's on the application for the warrant, that's in the criminal complaint. The criminal complaint is the application for the warrant, basically, and it's signed by whoever was injured in the process. But since he doesn't have an injured complainant, nor does he have a complaint, he talks about suspicion and reasonableness when it's not his job to define what's reasonable. It's just not.
That's not a crime, stupid.
I have a complaint.
Get a warrant.
Okay.
He doesn't have a complaint.
No,
but
so he lied right there.
he's got a complainer.
Right, a complainer
Someone that
is not
called
the
up
same.
and asked for these guys to come and bother me, and now he is already collaborating right now.
Yep.
So
I'm on the
now
sidewalk, you're interfering.
I just told him to get a warrant, and now he's starting to talk about he's on the sidewalk as if he has rights. He doesn't have the right to assemble. He doesn't have a right to disrupt my business. He doesn't have a right to violate my Fourth Amendment right, which I just watched him do. This man is guilty of a felony right in front of me. Conspiracy against my rights and deprivation of rights under color of law. Two federal offenses. And now he thinks he ought to tell me about his right to be on the sidewalk. He's got a right to be in prison.
Yeah, he's got a right to get clanked up and get tossed in a cage where he belongs.
Down here, I'm investigating.
Did you
okay?
just run my tag?
I've got a complaint, I'm investigating.
Did you just run my
I did.
tag?
I did.
And do you have probable cause to
I
do
have
that?
a complaint that you're selling mushrooms
Do you
out
have
of the car.
probable cause of
that
a
would be
crime?
probable cause.
That's not a crime, stupid.
I have a complaint.
Get a warrant.
Okay. I'm on the sidewalk. You're interfering with me.
No, you're interfering with me.
Just hang tight.
Issues the lawful order. Hang tight. That's an order. That's a
No,
directive.
that's not a lawful order.
No, it's
that's
of
just-
course it's not. It's a
Yeah,
directive.
Yeah,
He doesn't
he's
have any right.
pretending like he has a right to tell me what to do.
Yeah, he
that's
doesn't
what
have
they
any
do.
right
They're
to
entitled.
issue. Yeah, he doesn't have any right to issue directives to you or tell you to hang tight or sit on the curb or sit and
Yeah, that could be considered a
stay.
seizure right there, and that
Yeah.
might be the very first seizure of myself.
Sure.
Is him telling me to hang tight because now he's got a gun
Absolutely.
and he's trying to give me orders. This guy's a
So-
straight terrorist, man. They all are.
yeah, he's definitely a criminal, socialist, man. He's a socialist.
36. What's the location?
You need to learn you're not a complainant.
I know I'm not.
Okay,
So he admits he's not a complainant, but he's still complaining. He's still saying he has a complaint when he clearly has no complaint.
He
If he
thinks
had a
that
complaint,
I
he'd
can
have a warrant.
disrupt. Yeah, he thinks I can disrupt him. It's not possible.
Right, since you were there first conducting your legal business.
No,
legal.
he doesn't have a right to even assemble here at all. He doesn't have any rights at all. This call doesn't give him any rights. He doesn't even have a crime reported. He doesn't have an injured complainant. All he's doing is he's going to take any excuse he can to attack the real American. They do it every time, and for people to back these people up, it's disgusting. It's not a choice. You do not have a right to side with these people. It's a crime. It's treason. It's collaborating. It's giving aid and comfort to the enemy. You don't say anything nice about them. You don't pay your taxes willingly. You don't do anything willingly because that's taking part in crime. You don't get to pretend. It's like these Christians that are willing to hand over all this money to the government and back the government no matter how many murders it commits. It's just like, you're not a Christian if you're willing to be part of all this stuff. And it's the same thing with this. Like, if you're really an American, then you do not side with these people at all. It's not a choice. It's the law. It's that they commit crimes against us. They've declared wars on us. They're guilty of treason. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They don't even get trials. So I'm sure their plan is to go in and collaborate with their socialist judge, right? But the truth
course.
is, traitors don't get trials during wartime. These are enemy combatants. He's totally willing to take part in a war against me. He's already lied to me about having a complaint. He said he had a complaint. That's not true. A complaint is illegal. It's a legal paper.
It's a document. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where they get their basis for probable cause when it's signed by a judge and is converted into a warrant. They take the complaint and they write a warrant, which is reason. Warrant and reason mean the same thing.
The reason is the warrant. Yeah.
Exactly. And probable cause is not something that is determined by these cops. These cops they have one duty, and then once they execute that duty, they have another duty. It's called serving warrants and arresting criminals. And when I say arresting criminals, I mean people that are named on a criminal complaint signed by the injured party that turns into a warrant when the judge says it's probable that this happened. Here's your probable cause. Here's your reason. Go arrest that person and throw them in a cage until we get to dispose of them.
so I can't interfere with you.
I got a complaint.
It doesn't matter.
From where I'm at.
You're not a complainant, okay?
What's that?
You are not a complainant.
I already told you that.
So I can't interfere with you.
I already
You can
told you that.
interfere with me.
I already told you that.
You told
Yeah, this is something that I want to address. The cops cannot be complainants when they're in uniform. They have to be outside of their official, sworn, on an oath capacity to have rights. Once they're in uniform and they're on duty, they no longer have rights. They
It's
don't have a
probably
right
like
to
off
redress.
the clock or something like that. I'm not
Yeah.
totally sure what the line is on that, but it doesn't matter because Sergeant Esplin is not a complainant anyway. Even if I stand right in his way, I'm not disrupting his business.
Right.
He
because
could
he's
just
not
walk
there.
around me, or I mean, honestly, I'd have to commit a battery or some shit like that in order to disrupt him. What is disrupting him? He doesn't have business here. He doesn't have a right to assemble as a state employee. So, look, at any point, he could just quit his job and go home, and then all of a sudden I'm not disrupting. Well, then that's a problem. That means you're the one committing the crime. It's your existence that is the crime. That's
Yeah.
essentially what it is.
Well, they've converted that uniform into something that it never was. They've converted their oath and their office into something that it never
Judge
was.
and jury and
Yeah, judge-
executive.
Yep, judge, jury, and executioner. That's, I asked my dad that question years ago, and he's a big constitutional guy, and he says, I said, why do you think it is that these cops kill everybody that they shoot? He says, well, because they're afraid. I said, that means they can't shoot somebody in the arm or the leg instead of killing them? They just kill them? Well, dead men don't testify. So, yeah, the executioner part.
Me what? What did you tell me?
Talk to him for just a second.
Hey, I'm going to be filing a complaint on this guy right here. He's a sergeant. I need somebody above him.
Okay, what's going
He
on?
just ran my tag.
On your plate?
Yeah. It's Fourth Amendment violation.
With running tags.
What's wrong with running tags? This is the problem. They don't even understand that they're committing crimes, but they're getting ready to. They're getting ready to go to school, aren't they, Kennedy?
It's Fourth Amendment violation.
How?
Tell me what the Fourth Amendment is. That's how. When you don't know the law, you end up breaking it
I
all
know
the time.
law.
This part's great. Everybody listen.
Okay,
We
tell
can
me the
run
Fourth
tags whenever
Amendment.
we want.
No, it's a Fourth Amendment violation.
not.
No, I have the right to be
Registration
secure.
tags.
Yeah.
You're in a public area.
So? You need probable cause of a crime in order to run my tags. Otherwise, it's not
Yeah,
false.
you should probably educate yourself.
You should probably educate yourself.
I did.
Okay, so tell me the Fourth Amendment.
You have the right to be secure in your place.
Person, document,
place.
affects my identity.
Right, which means that we can't get into your vehicle.
No.
Without a warrant.
It means my identity is secure unless you have a warrant. Do you have a warrant?
That's not what it's.
Okay, get your supervisor here.
Are you recording?
Get your supervisor here.
That's not what it states.
Get your supervisor here.
It's clearly what it states. The Fourth Amendment's very clear. No warrant shall issue, but upon probable cause.
Well,
I mean,
how are you secure if some guy walks up and says, okay, now we're removing your security?
right.
That's
and
clearly not secure at all.
how is
That's
it
why
not
we have a
crime?
check and balance on that called a warrant, which is probable cause. A judge determines probable cause, and he'll sign the warrant.
Yeah, when did these cops figure that they have judicial powers to make decisions, opinions, and rulings right there on the sidewalk?
Well,
who the
it's
fuck do they
that-
think they are?
It's that people call him sir and stuff. They're jumped up, okay? They're jumped up. So when they need to be entry level, they think that they're some sort of kings. And they just don't have the tempering that real Americans go through over years of working different jobs and working their way up versus now they're jumped up. And so they don't know what to do with this authority. They don't know what it means. They don't know what it's there for. And so they just basically think they're the king. And
Yeah, well, somebody you said it perfectly a few minutes ago. It's like a 19-year-old with a GED and a badge.
yeah,
And,
and even
I'll
worse,
add to that. Yeah, he now thinks that he's the judge, jury, and executioner.
even worse is once they've gone through military, because now their only life skills are listening to some person drag them into crime. So that's not a good qualification. You know, with the socialist, every job history is like it's like a negative mark, because it's like, oh, that's where you went and took part in a war against Americans. Oh, that's where you went and took part in a war against Afghanis or whatever it was. And that's how it always is with the socialists. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah.
Get your supervisor here.
He is our.
Oh, I need his supervisor because I'm filing a complaint on him.
Okay, so to file a complaint, you'd have to go to the police department.
No. Get his supervisor here. You can't do it or you won't do it? Okay, well, I'm the public. You're a public servant.
And why can't he? It's
Well,
because of policy, which
no,
is
no, he can. He just refuses. And
Okay,
now
so-
everybody on the jury knows he's a liar. Right.
and he's guilty of dereliction of duty, and he's violated your 14th Amendment due process.
It's a First Amendment right to redress grievances with my government. So I need his the supervisor's supervisor, so a lieutenant or something, and I need him to redress my grievance with my government where I was just violated. I just had my rights violated.
Yep.
And so, yeah, there's due process involved in that because he searched and seized my identity without a warrant. And that's part of due process is that an injured complainant signs a sworn statement of damages, the judge finds probable cause, signs the warrant, and then there are police powers. Not until then.
Absolutely.
Right now.
So maybe you ought to just get on it. I don't give a shit. Get him out of bed. None of you guys work ever.
This
so.
doesn't constitute a supervisor.
Oh, okay. Well, then it doesn't constitute anything. You're dismissed.
So are you out here trying to sell mushrooms?
I don't answer questions. What are you guys doing? Now you're just going to stand around me. You know what? I feel harassed right now.
That's unfortunate.
Take a fucking hike, bud. Me? Me. You're telling me what to do.
Kenneth,
A servant is telling me what to do.
Kenneth, you got kids. Hey, Kenneth, let's take it down.
I don't give a shit. Stop telling me how to talk.
Yeah.
I'm not into your bullshit.
You want to talk to somebody? Got something else?
Does it seem like I want to talk to somebody?
You want to try to talk to
At this point, you're creating a disturbance. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
You got kids behind you here.
That's a lawful order.
Keep it down.
At this point, you're creating a disturbance.
It's not a lawful order. He doesn't have a
No,
warrant. He
I'm
can issue
issuing.
no lawful orders.
No, I'm issuing lawful orders. At this
Yeah,
point,
but-
you're creating a disturbance. I'm going to have to ask you to go. I'm issuing lawful orders to these men.
Right, but he said it was a lawful order because you were cussing or whatever.
No, I said that.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yep. All right. I thought he was trying to make you do tricks.
Yeah,
or
if your
something.
kids are disrupting my business at the park, then literally I'll charge your kids with crimes too. Like, your kids do not prevent my freedom of speech. They don't prevent me from selling whatever my wares are. They don't prevent me from exercising my First Amendment right to freedom of religion. That's what we're talking about right here. Mushrooms or weed or whatever is part of your culture or your religious beliefs is protected. So you don't bother me about anything that I'm doing. You don't bother me about the way I talk. Honestly, you can go away if you don't like it. Oh, you're disrupting their... No, it's your choice. You can go away if you don't like it. I'm not making you go away. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
Now that I've issued these guys lawful orders, I can go ahead and place them under arrest at any point.
right. Absolutely, absolutely.
Also, I already had arrestable offense for a deprivation of rights under color of law and then conspiracy against rights. Really? But I like to bring it to fruition, Get it
Yeah.
get
let
it nice and clear.
Yeah. Let the edges get nice and brown and crispy before you slice that pie.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
So under what law are you stating that?
Obviously, disorderly conduct
Right, so disorderly conduct 2. You know what that
is
states?
disrupting my lawful business.
You know what that states? Disorderly conduct?
No, we're going with C, actually, buddy. 2, he says. You don't know what you're talking about.
There is no disorderly conduct C.
Okay, bud. What would you know about it?
This part's great.
Clearly a lot more than you do.
I'm going to
Pause it.
pause it right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
let's
disorderly
see.
conduct in the second degree. Let's see, we got section 1, and then we got subsections: engages in fighting or in violent, tumultuous, or threatening behavior, makes unreasonable noise, disturbs any lawful assembly of persons without lawful authority, which completely defines what all these cops are doing, because they're interrupting you. Jesus, they're disturbing you, and they don't have any lawful authority because why? Because they don't have a warrant, which is based on the sworn statement of an injured complainant. They don't have any grounds to stand on. They got no solidity at all here. None.
Yeah, if you go through this statute, it's like they meet so many aspects of this. For instance, public inconvenience, annoyance or alarm, all that.
Sure.
Engaging in threatening behavior. They're wearing guns. and they're telling me what to do.
Yep, they're wearing
I
body
consider
armor
that
and they're
threatening.
carrying guns. Yeah, of course it's
They're
threatening.
wearing chemical weapons. They're wearing all
They're
sorts
wearing
of
body
weird shit.
armor. They're clearly combatants.
Torture devices, electric torture devices. They've got all sorts of shit. Okay, so how about disturbs lawful assembly without lawful authority? How about initiates or circulates a report knowing it to be false?
Yep.
Is it a crime to sell mushrooms?
No.
No, there's no injured complainant. It can't be a crime. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this cop said he knows what he's talking about, but clearly he doesn't because here it is. Disorderly, subsection C.
Yep.
He has no idea what he's talking about. And he should know what disorderly conduct is.
Actually, he shouldn't know because he doesn't decide anything. The judge needs to know what it is.
Right. The judge makes the probable cause. The judge issues the warrant based on a sworn testimony or statement of an injured complainant, which there isn't one here.
All right.
So clearly this cop is uneducated, but he's saying that
Right.
Let's relax.
Okay, you're creating a disturbance, so why don't you guys take a hike before I start placing cops under arrest?
And that would be unfortunate for
a threat. There's
Yep.
an open-handed threat. That's another disorderly conduct.
This is a deprivation of rights under color of law, so that's a
Yep.
federal it's a felony.
And it's a state
And-
level.
Yeah, it's a state law citizen's arrest, but the way deprivation of rights works is deprivation of any right, guaranteed. So, including my state rights, that's also a deprivation of rights under color of law, which is federal, even though it's a state right that is being violated. So, yeah, he just made a threat. So, yeah, we're talking up to at least the felony level. I don't know if it's capital yet. It wouldn't be capital yet, I would say.
try that.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
Are you threatening me?
That's not a threat.
Well, I'm getting interpreted as a threat. How does that sound?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it sure is, because when I take something as a threat, then I get to accuse you of things like harassment.
You can accuse all you want.
And then I get to place you under arrest.
And then we got this cop in the background looking in your car, and he's talking on the radio. So we got conspiracy there as well.
Right. He thinks he has a plain view doctrine, which is an illegal search. It's a search without a warrant. So he does not have a plain view doctrine. That was just some nonsense the courts made up.
Yeah, plain view is just a ruling, decision, or opinion. It's not a law. It doesn't have any basis in fact.
Well,
because
that could be a conspiracy because it's very specifically against the Fourth Amendment requirement of a warrant for a search.
Of course it's a conspiracy because he's on the radio talking to somebody saying this and that about what's in your car or what might be in your car.
Well, no, I'm
you know.
saying just creating the plain view doctrine itself. But yeah,
Oh,
as far as now, yeah, this situation, yes. All of these cops are guilty of collaborating against me. I asked them to leave because they're disrupting my business, and they've refused.
Yeah.
So why is that? Is it because they got to get a criminal off the street? No, they don't even have a warrant. They can't even get a warrant. They don't have an injured complainant. So it's completely bogus. All the authority that they're assuming is complete nonsense, and I know it. So now this is 100% different than any of this other garbage that's on all these channels. And no one has ever highlighted this on any of those channels.
No,
so you
never.
should ask yourself why. Why is it that they're allergic to the actual law?
Yep. It's a
All
fair
right.
question. It's my question. Why is everybody so fanatical about decisions, opinions, and rulings when it's about the Constitution and the Supremacy Clause? Those are our only inalienable rights, man. You know, and whatever hasn't been enunciated yet, you know, of course, that's what, 10th Amendment, right? No,
Yeah. No, ninth.
9th Amendment.
More rights. Yeah.
Yep.
And that doesn't work like
What?
that.
We just, the main thing is we just don't want to
Stop telling me what to say. Stop telling me what to talk about. I'm telling you to leave me alone. Now either get the hell out of here.
make a disturbance to the public.
You are creating a disturbance. I've already asked you to leave.
What's that?
I've already asked you to leave. I told you you were creating a disturbance.
Recording the same as you.
It doesn't change the fact that you are here disrupting my lawful business. Now get the hell out of here.
What is it that you're selling? Magic?
I don't answer questions. Now shut the fuck up and go.
Is that normal talk?
Shut up.
Is that normal talk?
Is
Only if
it
you-
normal talk if someone comes up and literally will not leave you alone? Is that normal talk? I would say, fuck yeah, it is. What else would you say?
Yeah, it's an expression of righteous indignation, man.
Dude,
because
it's
you're
got to
in
be
my
the
way.
most. It's got to be the most common way of dealing with someone that won't leave you alone.
Yeah,
Tell
and
them to go away.
Right, and how
Fuck
often on these
off or
videos
whatever.
do we hear the cops saying "fuck off" and swearing like sailors that are pissed off and drunk in Bangkok?
Oh, every time they
No.
arrest someone.
Oh shit! God. Yeah, every time they pull somebody over, it's shut the fuck up, or
Especially
This
if they're
asshole or
arresting
whatever.
someone, going hands on.
yeah, they just love.
They
to,
do it every time, and yet they. Here's the deal with that: swearing is not banned in the Bible. Swearing oaths is banned in the Bible. But as far as cussing, saying fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, what kind of shit is this? None of that stuff is in the Bible at all.
Yep,
But that's
it's
how
not-
these churches are. They're scum. They're always obfuscating. They're always making it about something else. Because while these guys are bitching about my language, these guys literally take kids to dungeons and get them naked. Literally. Okay? So whenever someone's bitching about language, you need to know that this is just an excuse for them to hurt you so that they can go and essay a kid. Literally, that's what it is. So don't look kindly at people that do that type of thing, because it's not even in the Bible. It's scumbag nonsense. It was scumbag made up nonsense from the day one, and it's just honestly, it's like satanic. It's like don't talk, don't refer to anything. Oh, fuck this, fuck that. Oh, that's horrible that you said that, because that means demons come out and get everyone. Who knows what these people are pretending like these words do? I don't get it. Usually it's just an exclamation, like, holy fuck, right? It's usually just like, it's meaningless.
Well, freedom of speech means freedom of expression, and
Yeah,
expression.
and
means,
my religion is I believe in cussing all the fucking time. That's my religion. Now, of course, YouTube is like, oh, we got to stop him from exercising his, right, because YouTube's pretending like this isn't a public square, even though it is.
We need some legal grounds against YouTube on that, man.
It's the 1964 Civil Rights Act.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting discriminated against because of their political opinions and their beliefs and their religious beliefs,
right, and
whether or not they
we're
swear
getting-
or.
Yeah, not only are both of our channels not getting the exposure that everybody else gets, but we're not even getting a chance, man. Not at all, because we swear and we're talking about things that are subversive. It's subversive to
Well, it's anything
defend
that's
and-
true. It's anything that's true, and that's going to be in every realm. So as soon as you start talking about how bad these churches are, then you're going to get banned that way. As soon as you start talking about how bad all these, whatever, you could go in any direction. The socialist is what we talk about. And, of
Yep.
course, you can't tell the truth about the socialist.
No, of
They're
course not.
everywhere. This conspiracy is literally like 50 million Americans are involved in this.
Yeah,
and
it's
and people
worldwide.
are walking around like nothing's going on. Everything's fine. There's definitely not this fucking giant leech on us that's just attacking us all the time.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
what plants do you got? What plants are you selling? These guys think that if I answer wrong, that they've got probable cause, and that's not true. Maybe they've got something they could take to a judge as their witness statement, but there's never going to be an injured complainant on anything drug war at all. So
No.
go
Not
ahead.
Unless there's an actual crime, which this isn't.
It's disorderly.
No, we're going with C, actually, buddy. 2, he says. You don't know what you're talking
There
about.
is no disorderly conduct C.
Okay, bud. What would you know about it?
Clearly a lot more than you do.
Same as you.
It doesn't change the fact that you are here disrupting my lawful business. Now get the hell out of here.
What is it that you're selling? Magic?
I don't answer questions. Now shut the fuck up and go.
Is that normal talk?
Shut up. Go. You're creating a disturbance. I'm getting ready to arrest somebody. Do we have a ranking officer around here? Because he's going to be the one that I'm going to
You
arrest.
want to try to talk to a counselor?
I'm going to arrest the ranking officer, so get his ass over here.
You already didn't want to talk to us.
Shut up.
What's your problem, man?
Get your supervisor, servant.
We've already tried
Get
that.
your supervisor.
We've already tried that. And you don't want
And
to
you
talk
can't
to
do
us.
it because you're losers. That's how you became public servants. because you have no skills in this life. So you work for me.
I don't work for you.
You're a public servant. I'm the public, you fucking idiot.
Yes.
You're a retard. Get the fuck out of here.
Remember I talked to your mother?
You're disturbing.
Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me how to talk. Didn't I tell you that already?
Call your mom so you can talk to her.
What is that about? I mean, what's with the personal, ad hominems here? I don't understand where these cops are coming from.
Well, when you don't have legal ground to stand on,
Then you
then
go to
you
ad
just
hominem.
gotta just talk gibberish. And so that's all they've done with investigation, gibberish. No legal power in that. Got a call, gibberish. No legal power in that. Standing around bugging me. No legal power in that. Asking me questions when I invoke my right to remain silent. No legal power in that. So, yeah, it's just got to go to some even more nonsensical crap because that's all there is inside him.
Yeah, if we don't have any real grounds to stand on, we got no rock that's going to hold us in place, then we'll just go ad hominem. That's the pigs for you.
Badge number.
Officer Cadabo.
Name and badge number. Officer, I need your name and badge number. Officer. Officer, I need your name and badge. Are you soliciting a trespass or something out of these guys?
How can they solicit a trespass from a public park when it's just a permitted temporary
Well,
occupancy?
how? Because he doesn't know that. And so he's just going to,
Commit crimes.
yeah, I mean, they're taught criminal conduct. They do it every day. They do it on every call, over and
Yeah.
over again. And you know what? At some point, it stops being their fault, and it starts being our fault because we just keep letting them do it. And
We
so
put
now,
up with it.
I mean, it's gone on for so long now that they literally believe that they have a right to just stand there and bother me. Literally,
Ridiculous.
they literally believe that they have the right to just essentially bully me, bully me out of my own park.
Right. Yeah, that's all they are. Just
And
bullies.
it's because of my people. It's like, dude, it's us that's the real problem. If everybody in this park would get real with what was happening and start surrounding these cops and be like, hey, he asked you to leave.
Yeah, if
Bro,
we
I've
had
been
each
here
other's
for
backs.
like
Yeah.
an hour or something. There haven't been any problems with anybody except for that one weirdo that wanted to tell me what I could do at the park, right?
Right.
As far
Because
as
she had
anybody
a-
else, we haven't had any problems at all.
Yeah.
And so now the cops show up and now there's all these problems and now everyone wants to pretend like it's me. No, I'm the one that's been here. You're the one that showed up and now there's a disturbance.
Yeah, causing chaos and mayhem like they always do.
Give me your name and badge number.
Can you step over there?
Actually, I'm getting ready to place all three of you under arrest for disorderly conduct. Stop calling me that name. I don't know who you think you are, bud.
Is there any other name you want me to call you?
Yeah, you can call me Master.
Yeah, I love that. That's so fucking awesome. You can call me Master.
They're
call
always
me
like,
Master.
oh, what could we call you? And then guess what? Does he call me Master even one time?
No, of
Because
course not.
everything these people say is just an excuse to scheme. They're just finaglers, liars, schemers, over and over again. But
And they're
anyways.
traitors and they're criminals. Hey, look, we've said this over and over again, but it bears saying again. The only requirement to be in the socialist just us system is the willingness to commit crimes and to help your fellow socialist cover up and commit more crimes. And that's what these cops are doing.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, then go fuck yourself and get the hell out of here.
It's not going to happen either.
Why not? That's the only thing you're good at. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to. What are you doing here? Go get a warrant.
We don't need a warrant.
You don't need a warrant, huh?
I need a warrant to talk to you.
Actually, you're just creating a
You're out here
disturbance. So
disturbing the peace. So that's why we got called.
I'm disturbing the peace?
Yes.
Really? So you coming up to me and bothering me and refusing to leave me alone is me disturbing the peace, or is that you disturbing the peace, genius?
We got called here. Am
I don't give a shit. Show me your warrant.
Am I the one yelling?
I
at
don't
us?
care.
No.
Show me your
I
warrant.
don't need a warrant.
If you want to talk to somebody from my place,
Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and place all three of you under arrest for disorderly conduct. C, by the way,
You are not
shut up. Get
sorry.
your supervisor here. Get the chief here, actually.
He's not
you're not
available.
talking.
Just shut up.
Yeah, Yeah, he's not available because he's back at the precinct, whipping up some more crimes for us to commit.
Well,
he's
the
back
thing is,
conspiring.
3 of his officers just got arrested. That's the fact. I have a state law to arrest these people. I'm the injured complainant. There's damages. They're disrupting my business. I got 100 witnesses. It's on film.
Yeah, it's pretty damning. It's pretty damning, and logically and based on the Bill of Rights and the Supremacy Clause in the Constitution and the state right, the state that gives you the right to arrest these people, they should be arresting each other. They should all be standing there in handcuffs trying to get into their cars backwards so they can sit in the back and wait for somebody to take them to jail.
Get the chief here, bud.
He's not available.
You want me to call somebody?
Look, I don't know what you guys think you're doing, but it's nothing. Go get your warrant. Stop acting like kids that don't know what your job is, and just get out of here.
Okay, at this point, I got to say that any other auditor would have already got slammed on the ground and cuffed and thrown in the back of a cruiser and be on their way to jail.
They'd do nothing but talk nonsense up to this point, though.
They talk gibberish, and they get the cops anxious, and they confuse them, and then they get annoyed, and then they get pissed off, and then they go hands-on, and then you're done. You're tossed on the ground by your face like Carolina was. Obviously that was a fuse that was already lit with Kruger because he's an unstable fucking maniac is what he is. But all of these cops have that potential, every single one of them, to go hands-on. They want nothing better than to throw somebody in prison who's standing on their rights. But these other auditors, man, they don't stand on shit. Right. They don't stand on anything. They're talking about precedent and case law and SCOTUS or case precedent and blah, blah, blah. Decisions, opinions, and rulings are not the law. The Supremacy Clause and the Bill of Rights and the Constitution and everything contained, that's the law of the land, people, okay? That's the law of the land. What these cops are doing right now, they're just committing crimes left, right, and center. And they're conspiring because there's 3 of them there right now, right? Or is there 4? I can't remember. Another guy.
There's 3 right here, and the sergeant's over there talking to the complainer, trying to coach her probably. I don't know, but this is what they typically do: is try and coach the complainer into a real crime, and then getting her to swear a statement or something. She never becomes a complainant, and I know that.
Right, because you never got a warrant served.
Well, no, I knew it at this point in the video because I knew that she's not an injured complainant.
Well, we know she's not an injured complainant. We can see she's not an injured complainant. There's no evidence.
Right.
You injured anyone except the cops' egos, and that's not a crime. It's not a crime.
Do you have a phone on you?
Does your mom have a phone? Then go ask her.
Do you want me to look up disorderly conduct for you?
No.
And I can show you? Are you too scared to be proved wrong? There is no
Scared?
disorderly conduct.
How could I be as scared of you? You're a fucking retard.
Because there's no disorderly conduct.
What are you even doing
So
here?
You don't know what you're talking
Show me your warrant.
I don't need a warrant.
You don't have a warrant. I know.
need one.
Then do something, stupid.
We're asking you to calm down.
Here because you're.
I don't give a fuck. Shut up.
Quit being disorderly in public. That's all we're asking.
You're the one being disorderly. You came up to me, genius.
Right, because we got a call on you.
I don't care about your call. It doesn't change anything.
Okay, so they keep implying that they got a disorderly conduct call. That's not the case. They got a call about nonsense from a complainer that didn't have a crime to report at all, wasn't the victim of a crime, didn't see a crime.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not like you were even getting vociferous or stentorian with this woman that you were talking to at the beginning. You were perfectly polite. You didn't call her any names. You didn't yell at her. You didn't cuss at her. You were having a conversation, but you tickled her entitlement a little bit and got it flopping around in the.
Well,
in the
she
grass.
told me what to do.
Right.
So all polite conversation can be off at that time. You can just tell the bitch to fuck off.
Yeah, but you didn't do that. You were polite.
But
you were
can't.
polite.
That's
you were
not
polite
a
and very to the
threat.
point.
It would need to fall under a crime in
Yep,
order
fighting
to.
words. Yeah.
No,
a threat.
not fighting words. Fighting words is Supreme Court, and they don't make laws. So
Yeah, that's right. They don't. They make opinions, rulings, and decisions. They do not make law. You hear that, everybody? They do not make law. I think it's good time for some Civics 101. What do you think, Kennedy? We got to keep beating this horse, man, until it
yeah,
gets
I
up.
need to grab a drink. Actually, would you do that, and I'll be right back?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Civics 101. This is the Cliff Notes version. The executive branch, which includes the president, the governor, the mayor, the county commissioner, right? They are the executive branch. What they get to do is set policy for government employees. That's all they can do. That's all they can do. They don't set policy for me and you or any other American who exists under the Fourth Amendment. Okay, then we got the judicial branch, which includes the Supreme Court, federal courts, district courts, circuit courts, mayor's court. Any kind of court that you can imagine is judicial. They do decisions, which would include warrants. Okay, they decide that the probable cause based on based on a citizen statement of facts who has, including damages, whether he's going to issue that warrant or not. Okay, they don't do anything else. They don't set policy. They don't issue orders. They make decisions, rulings, and opinions. That's it. Okay, that's all. Then we come down to the powerful part of the government. Okay, this is the legislative branch, which includes the Congress and the Senate on a national level from Washington D.C., and then we have state senates and state congresses. They make laws. That's all they do. They don't make decisions, opinions, or rulings, and they don't make policy. They make law. That's it. That's all they do. They make law. They're lawmakers. That's why we call them lawmakers. Okay, so we've got these three branches of government, and they're separate for a reason. So that we don't end up with a 1939 Germany situation where the Reichstag is burned down and the government is, the legislative and representative branch are gone due to terrorist activities. That's why we have the three branches of government, to protect us from that sort of bullshit. Okay, Kennedy's back. Civics 101 is done. So let's move on with the video, yeah?
You start scaring kids.
I don't give a shit what you have to say, bud. You need to stop.
Yeah, my rights don't begin and end when somebody is upset with me, when somebody is uncomfortable with me.
Besides that, this is all defensive because they're surrounding me and bothering me.
Yep.
They are always the ones committing the crime, and then they constantly pretend like it's someone else.
Like jackals.
They pretend like they don't even exist. Like they're not here. That's what they pretend like when you go to trial and stuff. They'll pretend like they didn't take any part in this. That's the type of way that they act. Like they don't even exist. They float above us.
Yeah, that's what that's another character trait of the socialist, is deflecting onto everybody else except themselves. They will never take responsibility. Yep. That's another socialist trait. Oh, well, somebody else did it. It's not my fault. Kennedy
the trait
did it.
Of the lowest common denominator, the guy that can't get any work anywhere else, and he ends up going and working for the town. That's what it is.
Yeah, and what's his job? His job is to execute warrants and apprehend criminals. His job is to not stand around bothering citizens on the sidewalk. That's not his job. Not his job. Oh, I did it again. God damn it. I hate this interface.
Talk to somebody from Lifeway.
Saying these people don't have any rights.
What are you talking about?
They have the right to be here in peace, and you're causing a
No,
disturbance.
you're causing a disturbance.
Have you heard me cuss?
It doesn't matter. That's my freedom of speech. What you guys need to do, listen, I've already placed these three men under arrest for disorderly conduct. I placed them under a citizen's arrest. I'm personally sick of these guys bothering me. So how about you guys just take a fucking hike, go get a warrant or something, go do something useful with your lives.
That's 100 times any of these other videos.
Traders got in this car here.
Yeah, and I want you guys to notice that these cops don't say anything about him looking in the car. Anybody else, they'd be running up on him and getting all in their face, but not Kennedy.
Well, I've already arrested one of my cops.
Right,
I've
sure.
already arrested one of my cops for bitching about me filming at the police station in the cars.
Yeah. I think I saw. I know I saw that one.
You think they just locked the door? Dumbasses. They think I'm gonna break into their car or something.
Okay, notice how Kennedy walks away from those pigs. They're not cops, they're pigs. Any other auditor, they'd be yelling and screaming at him. You can't leave. You can't leave.
Begging. They would be begging to leave anyway. I don't even ask. I get up and go. You know?
Right, just leave.
Am I detained? Like, I know I'm not detained, which means seizure. How do I know?
Because they don't
have a warrant. So I can't be seized.
And you've already let them know that you know.
And so they treat me different than they treat these other people. And that's what I'm saying with Caroline and Fort Worth, that she's the one that trained her cops in order. Now listen, Kruger knew it was her. He called her by name.
Yeah.
And then she started in with her questions. Nonsense. Am I asking these guys questions, or am I telling them what to do?
You're telling them what to do.
So do you see the difference between what a sovereign is even thinking? Just the thought process, and what an auditor thought process is. Auditors are on some nonsense. Oh, we need to educate the cops.
Yeah, you can't.
No, you don't educate people that don't make choices. Dude, go educate the judge if you want to.
Right. You want to make it. You want to have some effect. Go talk to a judge. Exactly.
You could educate other people that actually matter in these scenarios, like maybe the prosecutor. You know, as far as these cops go, all they do is read what the paper says and then they do it. And that's what I'm pointing out to these guys. That's why when I walk away, they treat me different than they would with you guys.
Yeah, they stay put on the spot and collaborate. They don't follow you and say, "Oh, you're under arrest," because they know that you're the boss. They know that, and deep in that cop mindset, they want to be told what to do. Just like Hughes with Chuck Bronson and Patrick. He gave them all the time in the world to let him know that they're the boss. That's what he wanted. That's what he was waiting for.
Yeah, those guys, they all refuse to do it. They
refuse
all
to do
act
it.
like children around daddy. Like
they spew nonsense. And
I don't work for you, but then they'll answer to them. It's just like, dude, stop confusing these people.
Yeah,
tell them their role, make them stay in it. Don't give them any leeway. Don't ask them their opinions on this stupid crap. Who cares? You tell them what it is. Did I let him tell me that I'm creating a disturbance, or did I tell him that he's creating a disturbance?
Yeah.
Did I arrest him for disturbing my peace? Yeah.
Yes.
Why? It's because, we're setting the whole tone where it's like, dude, first off, he searched me illegally. Now I want to file a complaint on you because you violated my rights. And guess what? That's the first thing that happened in the interaction. So now it's just like, well, we've got one oath breaker on this side and we've got a righteous, indignant citizen on this side. Go ahead.
So why did I just walk away? It's to prove that they're idiots and that I can just do whatever the fuck I want. They don't know what they're talking about. And honestly, I'm personally sick of it, the way they act. All right, where's the other one at? What's up, kids?
How you doing?
Not too bad.
This part's great. I love this. This is the best part.
Are you trying to disrupt my business?
How come you're not going to show your license if I'm asking for it?
What?
Your license for
You
selling,
never asked for my license?
for selling mushrooms? I asked
What?
if you had a license.
Fifth Amendment.
There was a Sixth Amendment earlier.
Did you know there's more than one?
Yeah.
God, you're so fucking stupid. What's it like being so dumb you have to work for me? What's that like? Fucking stupid. What's it like being so dumb you have to work for me? What's that like? You never asked for my license?
For selling mushrooms, I asked
What?
if you had a license.
Fifth Amendment.
There's a Sixth Amendment earlier.
Did you know there's more than one?
Yeah.
God, you're so fucking stupid. What's it like being so dumb you have to work for me? What's that like?
So can we have a calm conversation?
Fuck off. Go get a real job, bud. I already placed these faggots under arrest. Now take them into custody. Do your fucking job.
So is that a hate crime?
What?
Is that a hate crime? What?
What's your name?
No, that's the right to address my government. It's the right to protest. Anytime you guys, you morons, piss me off, then I start a protest. You can't be a complainant, dumbass.
I'm not. I already told you.
Yeah, you're nothing.
I told you there was another complainant here.
I told you you're a mom, and no, there's no other injured
I'm asking
complainant,
you
you
for
liar.
your license to sell mushrooms, and you're refusing to give that to me. So.
So kick fucking rocks, retard. Jeez.
When has an auditor ever talked to the cops like that and got away with it? Ever once?
I certainly don't walk away from these situations because they just want to do me a favor. I
Right.
walk away from them for a different reason.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Man, it throws into sharp relief how pointless and fruitless all these other auditors really are, because they end up appeasing these pigs and giving them what they want, and they comply, and then they collaborate, because they're, like you said, they're teaching these cops that it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Oh my God. But this is how you do it, people.
You guys are fucking stupid, huh? What's it like? You don't have a warrant, buddy. So do you have any authority here?
Yes, we don't need a warrant.
What? Based on what?
We were called here.
Yeah, you need a warrant, dumbass. So take your call and get your sworn statement, and then take it to a judge, and then go ahead and get shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. Shut up. No one needs to hear you.
No one wants to hear you.
I don't care. I don't care.
It doesn't matter what everybody else wants to hear. It's my right to get loud, God damn it.
How ridiculous. If they want me to shut up, all they have to do is leave.
Yeah.
I'm yelling at them.
Right. Because they're there.
Because
in
they're
your
committing
face.
crimes.
You can either
against
take
me.
a walk, or it's going to keep going on. I'm going to protest until you fucking morons are gone.
Actually, I got tired and I just had to. I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, how long do you need to babysit these assholes? I mean, honestly.
I already got the crime on them, so
Right. All they're
I can
gonna,
leave right now and just go home and file some criminal charges, and then what? They are going to give me 100 reasons to sue them.
Exactly.
They're going to deprive me of every right that I bring up, that I invoke. They'll deprive me of all those. The rest, they don't count. You have to invoke them.
That's right. If you don't invoke them, then, you get what you deserve, man. I mean, still they're going to commit crimes against you, even if you don't invoke your rights. But if you don't know your rights, they're going to get away with it. Just like somebody that we know that's sitting in the Clark County Jail out in Nevada. Let's go.
Welcome to reality, dumb bitches.
See, and now here you are disturbing.
I
the
don't give
business
a shit.
of these people.
This is a protest. Welcome to it. Hey, you need to put these guys in your car. Where are you going? Hey. See, that's a violation of 14th Amendment. Are you counting, bud? This one's 14th Amendment. Equal protection under the law. So if you fucking retards commit crimes against me, then I have the same equal protection as any whatever complainants that you claim. exist, which there aren't any, obviously.
We wouldn't be here if there wasn't.
Oh yeah? What?
Yeah, he's so dumb. His stupidity is so big it might get up and walk around and crush cars. That's how big his stupidity really
I
is.
think that he has just been making shit up, and I don't think he has any clue what the complainant has said, or I don't think he maybe even heard their call. I don't think he's even involved in anything. I think he's literally just talking out his ass.
He's a placeholder. He's an NPC that is in the corner mumbling.
Their injuries.
And you are very uneducated for how things.
I'm asking him what the complainant's injuries are, and he's telling me I'm uneducated. How can I be uneducated when the injuries are part of a complaint? It's in the Fourth Amendment.
This guy, man, whew.
And it's the very definition of being educated when you're using words that are in the high law of the land. That's the definition of educated.
Yeah.
So if you can't even recognize what smart is, what chance do you have of actually being smart?
0 or less than 0.
How smart you think you are?
Really?
Yes.
So you're saying that they don't have injuries, or you're saying they do?
Define an injury.
How about no? You tell me what their fucking injuries
I
are.
have to say what their injury is.
Dude, that's why you need to take this to the judge, so he can be like, look, stupid, they need to be an injured complainant.
In an assault.
Yeah, actually you do,
Assault,
stupid.
yeah.
It's called the Fourth Amendment.
No.
Yeah, it is.
That's what you see. Yeah.
Oh my God. The awful gibberish coming out of the snouts here, man, is just unbelievable. And ad hominems, more and more and more ad hominems from this idiot cop.
Yeah.
Under the search
Yeah,
and seizure logs.
That's right. You can't seize a person without a warrant. It's an illegal search and seizure. God, you're dumb. Fucking dumb. Dumb as shit. Fucking losers. No wonder you became servants, right?
They're pretty good. They got good tomatoes.
And here we go with the collaborating.
Yep.
Sucking up to the cops by Mr. Turkey Neck here.
Look at this, dude. Yeah, seriously.
And so
They're pretty good. They got good tomatoes.
That is the face of a collaborator right
Yep.
there. Look at him, and he's got that same look on his face like that other woman did.
Yeah, he's over here giving aid and comfort to the enemy.
Aid and comfort.
These people have declared war on us, and now this guy's over here shaking his hand. I mean, just one look at this dude, and you can tell there's something fucked up about him, huh?
Yeah. Jesus, look at that neck, man. Holy shit. He needs to go get a new mask. This one's worn out.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cantaloupe.
Yeah. Good food. You bet. They got homemade bread too. That's the old school bread.
Blueberries. Breakfast blueberries and cottage cheese.
Oh,
Look at the socialist pretending that he's an actual human being.
Move that comment.
yeah. That blueberries are good. I like that stuff.
I don't like that he's on my dime sitting here bitch.
Yeah, he's just bullshitting with
shooting the
this
shit
dude.
about blueberries. It's
Blueberries
like, dude,
and bread, and get back to fucking work.
yeah, why? How are you guys respecting a guy that literally sneaks around while he's on the clock and fucking visits the farmers and like talks nonsense with them about blueberries? It's like, guys, think about if your own in your business, if your employee just went around and every time you walk up on him, he's over here screwing around talking about blueberries. Every time you walk up on him, and that's really what it is with these guys. Every time we walk up on them, they're just screwing around, doing something completely unrecognizable to someone that actually recognizes the law, realizes what the actual law is. It's totally nonsensical to us.
It's ludicrous is what it is.
Okay, well.
Yeah, good to see you. You take care. You bet. Good to see you, my friend.
let's kiss each other's asses like socialists do.
Oh,
Let's do
it's
that.
so easy to have friends when you can just get paid for shooting the shit, right? When you don't have to actually get back to work. So easy to be, oh, Mr. Friendly, right? When it's not coming out of your pocket and when you don't, right?
Yeah, it's not my money. What do I care?
This guy hasn't taken care of his own life and then spending the moments of his free time coming and talking to you with. He's milking the clock when he's talking to you. You got to realize that.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Make sure and wash your hand.
What'd you say?
I said make sure and wash your hand.
Don't mind him.
Yeah,
Now
don't
this
mind
cop-
him.
This cop is telling this other citizen whether or not to listen to me. Dude,
Yeah.
the level of entitlement out of these guys is just never gets any better. Over and over again, they're just like, oh, no. I literally control what you hear. I literally control what you say.
It's ridiculous.
But this guy wanted to bootlick, so he gets told what to do. That's fine. I tell him to suck a dick. You tell me what to do.
Hey, what are you idiots doing here?
Enjoying the park.
Enjoying the park. Enjoying the sunshine. So in other words, you're fucking around on the public dollar. You're fucking around on my time.
Yep. Defrauding the American people is what
Yeah,
that is.
it's fraud. It's fraud. They're milking the clock. And if you did that at any other job, the supervisor would be giving you, the come here finger.
Yep.
Come here. What are you doing
But there
standing
is
around?
no supervisor with the socialist. They
Right.
all collaborate. They're a gang, and they're just working against us. There's no supervisor above them or anything like that. It's you. You're the supervisor.
Right.
So
You
that's
have
why
to-
you got to act like it, and that's why I do it like this. Because it's like, dude, they're trying to control your speech. So what do? You tell them to fuck off about 40 more times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man, these cops.
Maybe you ought to get back to work and, do some... Oh, really? What are you doing? You serving a warrant or something?
We're working. No work.
No, you're not working. No, work is actually a mathematical equation. It's weight times distance. So what is your lazy fucking ass doing?
Wait,
Not work.
distance.
Yeah.
What does it have to do with work?
Look, I was just a dumbass plumber, man, and I know what that work is a formula. I know that work is a formula. These pipes weigh 150 pounds. I have to pick them up and put them over there. That's work. That's work.
You know what work is? Guys, this is a socialist. This is how they think.
You do a job.
He thinks standing around with his finger in his butthole is work. They all do. The reason they get so confused is because they keep getting paid. That's the real problem here.
That's what work is. You get paid.
No, work is weight times distance. It's a mathematical equation, and you don't know anything about it.
I don't know about that.
No, because you're a
Paul
socialist and you
misbehaved.
don't work for a living.
I'm not a socialist.
You just
Paul Misbehaved is here. Yeah, they need wheelbarrows. That's right. Yep.
sit around and not.
Maybe we should. Is that actually Paul? Is that Paul Unslaved on a different channel? Is that who that is? Give us a thumbs up if that's you, Paul.
Read the law for a living.
I read the law.
Right, you don't even know you need a warrant.
I know I don't need a warrant.
Oh, really?
That's where you're confused.
It's illegal search and seizure. You called it yourself, dummy.
If I were to get in your car without a warrant.
No, if you were to do anything, you have no authority without that warrant.
No, that's false.
What gives you authority without a warrant?
State of Oregon and the arrest.
Wrong,
powers of
wrong,
the peace officer.
wrong.
Look it up.
No, first off, the state of Oregon doesn't have authority over the Constitution. So the Fourth Amendment is what applies.
Right, that's
Not the state of Oregon.
yes, the state of
No,
Oregon.
not the state of Oregon. They don't fucking matter because this is a Fourth Amendment issue. That's federal.
It's not.
Shut the fuck up, servant. Shut up. You're a retard.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm retarded socialist. It's all good.
Go get you a warrant, you fucking dumb bitches. Look at you. You don't even know what you're doing. I keep telling you you don't know what you're doing, and look at you. You have no clue what you're doing.
I know, but you haven't said the truth.
Shut the
yet.
fuck up, idiot.
Why would we believe you?
What are you talking about? Why do I need to tell you anything?
You don't have to tell
Go
us.
get a fucking warrant, dipshit. To
So-
not do anything?
What you've really got to understand is that when you see that these guys don't arrest me, you really got to understand that it's because they are aware that I don't know what it is. They definitely need a warrant to seize you, okay? But they don't believe that. They believe that they can just do whatever the hell they want. The sergeant is over on the phone to the left here, and he's like, how do I arrest this guy? How do I arrest this guy? But what you got to really realize is that if this conversation has gotten this far along without an arrest,
Yeah, there's not going to be one.
there really isn't. But there would already be an arrest if I just started admitting everything. If I just started handing over documents and I started answering all their stupid questions, all of that shit, then yes, by now there would be an arrest.
Yeah, if you went down the typical frauditor script, and that's what they are. They're frauditors. They're defrauding everyone because they're not standing on their rights. They're not giving you anything solid. They're not giving you something that's actually going to keep you from getting your face kicked off or getting slammed into the concrete. When you're not spouting nonsense, they recognize that. They got to respect that somehow. You're coming at them with facts and law, and I think that you know their agenda to just arrest you is put on pause because of that. Because they're so unsure of what they're doing.
The only one that's going to make a choice is the sergeant, unless I grab him or something like that.
Right, because the rest of them are just they're empty socks, man. They're
Right,
empty
and the
socks.
sergeant, he didn't stick around for too long at all. I started invoking my rights, and that's all he heard for about 5 minutes, and then he went off and started playing on the phone, trying to figure out how to get me, because he's just like, he saw what I was going to do. I'm going to invoke all my rights. I'm going to arrest you for disrupting my business. I'm going to keep telling you to leave. I'm going to keep pointing out that you're the one committing crimes against me.
Yeah,
And it didn't take him long at all to figure out what the deal with me was, that I wasn't going to just walk into a cage.
yeah, you're not just going to roll over and let them manhandle you and shit. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's. And you didn't confuse them. You didn't confuse them. You stood on what you stood on, which is your rights and under the Supremacy Clause. Your right, your Oregon state right to citizens arrest, which includes disorderly conduct, and they fit the description for disorderly conduct. Period.
They as
Without-
much as admitted it when they said I was creating a disturbance, because there was no disturbance before. And so that means that the disturbance started once they got there. They as much as admitted that a disturbance was occurring, and then now I'm the one that's going to be a sworn complainant saying that it was you disrupting my business. I'm
Yeah.
the citizen. I'm the complainant.
Exactly.
All right.
I guess you're right. To sit around with your finger in your butt, you're right. You don't need a warrant for that.
That's correct.
Now, why don't you guys go ahead and get back to work?
We are.
No, work is weight times distance. You're a lazy slob. You don't work.
No, I'm 175 pounds. We're about 10 feet from each other. That's weight times distance.
This cop is just so dumb. You can almost smell it in the air, man.
Yeah. He thinks that moving his own dumb ass is work.
No, it's when you pick something up and take it from point A to point B. That's work. Oh God.
Yeah. This is why you're not out creating in the world.
Okay.
It's because you're retarded. That's why you're a servant.
I just did your formula.
Yeah, you certainly did.
Yeah, he did the formula, and he got stood in the corner by the math teacher because he made a stupid as fuck statement, and he defied logic, and he broke all the rules of mathematics.
Don't worry, I'll post that formula online.
175 pounds
You did
times
such a
50.
great job. You did such a great job.
Go stand in the hallway.
According to you, that's work.
Yeah, work is the distance between you and I. Look, guys, he's so confused about what work is that he literally believes it's the distance between him and I right now. He literally thinks that that's work, guys. These people do not have jobs. They are socialists.
Well, I guess we're all space astronauts because we occupy space, right, Kennedy? We must all be astronauts because we're actually taking up space. Oh,
Gosh, you guys are dumbasses. Don't you think? I mean, don't you think? Do you think makes sense? Like, do something if you got authority. Do something if you got authority. You got authority?
We're trying to give you the opportunity.
Opportunity to what? Remain silent?
yeah, they're giving you the opportunity to say something stupid so they can arrest you. That's what they're doing, but you're not.
Well, they
falling
believe
for it.
that. They believe that's the case. In reality, it's not the case for a couple
No,
of
it's
different
not.
reasons. One,
Yeah.
I already invoked my Sixth Amendment right to counsel. So no matter what I admit to, it's not even. They can't even use it.
Yeah, it's fruit
It's
of the
not
poisonous tree.
admissible.
They don't have a warrant, therefore they don't have any right to seize you, question you, or take you to jail.
Right. And then they don't determine probable cause.
Nope. The
So
judge.
that means no matter what I say, even if it's an admission of guilt, it doesn't mean anything because it's hearsay. It's just hearsay. It's just, and it can't be, it's inadmissible because I invoked my Sixth Amendment right to counsel.
That's
Something you should always think about doing in an interaction where you think that you're going to be battling is go ahead and get that in there quickly, because then it doesn't really matter what you say. It doesn't matter if you say the wrong thing and maybe make it seem like you are admitting to whatever their stupid crap. The truth is, even if I do admit to selling mushrooms, it's still not a crime. There still isn't an injured complainant. I'm securing my property, including mushrooms. So, no, you can't seize them. You can't search them. You don't
Can't do
determine
shit.
probable cause. So,
Yep, can't do anything.
Yes, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
But you're here causing a scene in the park.
No, you're causing a scene, and I've already placed your dumbasses under arrest for it.
Do something about it then.
What? You want me to grab you?
If that's what you
Because I can. I
that's
can
what-
lawfully grab hold of you.
if that's what you think your choice is.
No, I can. Look at this fucking traitor, always willing to step up and defend the socialist, aren't you?
Go ahead.
Blue-line fucking traitor.
See what happens.
One traitor after another.
And that's a threat. That's a threat of physical
see what
violence.
happens. Yeah, it's in my state law to citizens arrest. I can lawfully grab them, all three of them.
Yep.
And so he's over here threatening. Essentially, man, he's armed, so we have to assume he's threatening my life.
Yeah, that's a terroristic threat or whatever you want to call it.
I lawfully arrested this fucking fool for disorderly conduct, and now you're going to prevent his lawful arrest? You're disgusting.
There's no disorderly conduct.
Fuck off, traitor. You guys are disgusting.
We've already proven that there is a disorderly conduct under it's section 1
Several.
subsection C, and all of these cops have violated several points under disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
multiple
I mean,
times.
they flat out won't leave me alone, and they don't have a right to be there.
Yep, they got no.
I've
warrant.
asked them to leave.
They
See,
have no
these other
warrant.
auditors, they won't give them lawful orders to leave. They won't command them to leave. They'll just kind of keep putting up with the jabbing and
Yeah,
the
until
the
they
little
get arrested.
sparring match.
Yeah, until they get arrested or have a gun pointed at them or get face first into the fucking concrete.
That's why I say that those guys are like dangling themselves like bait.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not dangling myself.
Yeah, they're
I'm
swimming-
making it clear that procedurally you can't touch me. And if you do, you're going to lose. And that's true. Everything I'm saying here is true.
Or they would have grabbed you already. They would have done whatever they wanted. And those people at the farmers market would probably be applauding if they went hands
Oh
on
yeah,
with you.
the American people are fucking. I think online people are starting to get it, but as far as in your town, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's like
Yeah.
the exact opposite. Where online maybe 80% of people will get it, out in town it's like only 20% of people are getting it or something like that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
Disgusting.
There
Okay,
it
this
is.
is a citizen's arrest, ORS. That's Oregon State Revised Statute. And I mean, there it is. A private person may arrest another person for any crime committed in the presence of the private person if the private person has probable cause to believe the person arrested believe the arrested person committed the crime. A private person making such an arrest shall, without unnecessary delay, take the arrested person before a magistrate or deliver the arrested person to a peace officer. Now, I've tried asking for supervisors here.
Yep.
They won't do it. So my only real option is to take him physically before a judge. And I just said that I could do that, and then they threatened me for it. So that's that's felony, deprivation of rights under color of law. It's a federal offense. In order to make the arrest, a private person may use physical force, as is justified under the use of physical force by private person making citizen's arrest. So that law has to do with proportional force. You don't.
Yeah, you don't immediately
I forget
start
exactly
beat,
what
yeah,
it
you
is.
don't immediately start beating the guy up and knock him unconscious. To take
So
him
this
to the
is a
judge.
fact.
You don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while I've got one cop over here saying, "Oh, that's not legitimate," because he thinks he's a jury, he thinks that this has already gone all the way through trial, and he thinks that he's the jury standing there saying whether it's legitimate or not.
Insanity. These people are mentally ill. The
Yeah.
socialist, that's another characteristic of the socialist. Mental illness. Mental illness.
Delusions of grandeur. They all believe they're the king. And then, which is funny because when they get around a bigger king, then they're like, "Oh, that's the bigger king." Like the judge, "Oh, that's the bigger king."
Yeah,
I'm the
when
king, I'm the
they're
king.
not.
But they're the bigger king. That's how they see it.
They're
So,
confused. They're
it's
all
so
the
flawed.
way yeah, they're all the way confused.
Yep.
Hey, Pig, these traitors say that if I grab hold of one of your cops and arrest him lawfully, that they're going to attack me. What are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna arrest you if you grab one of us.
I have a lawful right to place you in... No,
How many guns does this fucker need, man? Or is that a stun gun that's slung there at his hip? Or on his stomach there? What
I'm not sure.
the fuck?
you don't have a warrant. You don't investigate
You're going to
shit.
jail.
No, that's a lawful arrest.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I'm making that very clear to you.
Yeah, but you're
going
a
to
fucking
jail.
oath-breaking, blue-line fucking
You can go
traitor.
report it elsewhere. I'm telling you what's going to happen right now.
You're a fucking pig.
Go ahead.
It's time to deal with your kind. Look, he's telling me to grab one of you. He's trying to provoke a situation. I never said I wanted to. He challenged me to do something.
You asked him.
This one right here challenged me to do something about me placing him under arrest. I didn't say I want to grab him. I said I can grab him, and I can grab you, you bitch.
And I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Yeah, because you're an oath-breaking fucking traitor. All of you are.
And you know
Why don't you go get a kid naked in your dungeon and look in his butthole, you fucking pedophiles?
And you see who walked away. It wasn't Kennedy. The pigs walked away.
Yeah, you do it all the time. Every kid you arrest, you get them naked because you're fucking pedophile traitors. Disgusting fucking pukes.
That's amazing, dude. Nobody ever talks to the pigs like that and gets away with it without getting slammed. Nobody, but you did it. You did
Bro,
But
without that one truth, bro, that signifies something about these people on these auditing channels, or the lawyers, or the anybody that you say is legitimate. Why isn't anyone talking about the kids?
it. Nobody is.
Seriously.
Yeah, there's literally the last report that I read was like 17 million teenagers are in medical detention. Medical detention. Think about that.
I don't even know what it means, really.
What does it mean? It means that these kids are locked up in medical
Mental
quote-unquote,
health?
medical
Mental
facilities.
hospitals?
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of what it sounds like.
Right, but they're private interests. And, you know, who's talking about it? Kennedy and Doc are talking about it. There are some people on the internet who are talking about CPS and the war against families. The war against the family has been going on for decades. You know, they find any little fucking reason. Some Karen calls in and said, "Oh, the kids were running around in the backyard naked." Well, they're 3 years old and it's 95 degrees and we got the sprinkler on. It's our backyard. They're little kids. Of course, little kids are predisposed to getting fucking naked when it's hot, man, and you turn on the sprinkler in the backyard. I remember when I was a little kid, my mom had to,
either
hold
way,
my-
your kids are your property.
That's
or,
right.
Or your effects, however you want to look at it. And you're securing your kids, and this CPS bullshit is all a scam, and all the drug war's a scam. All of it. Traffic law, scam. All right, let's continue.
Wasting gas. Wasting gas as usual. Got the keys in it. Fuck, man, I'm thirsty.
I just wanted to include everything so that people would know nothing was left out. You can continue.
What are you bitches up to?
What are you bitches up to?
Talk a bunch of shit on them, call them pedophiles, come and sit right in the middle of them and start talking shit.
Talking to you.
I don't answer questions.
You don't have a right to not answer questions, fucker. This is your boss speaking.
That's not your right. You don't have rights, buddy. You have responsibilities.
Oh, shit.
Well, dipshit, did you figure it out?
Did you hear those cops laughing?
Yeah.
It's because I told him, I don't remember this part, but I told him that he doesn't have responsibilities. I was saying,
no, he don't.
you're
have
an
rights.
idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot, and you don't. I mean, even if you have responsibilities, technically, like you're such an idiot that you don't have any responsibilities, even though
Right,
yeah,
you
you
just-
do technically, but you're such
Yeah.
an idiot that you can't handle that. Is what I was
Right, you
told.
can't handle doing what you should be doing. So here you are standing on the street corner arguing with a citizen who's actually your fucking boss. You should get back in your cruiser and get to fucking work.
Working on it.
Don't you think you should probably know your job before I pay you for fucking... How long have you been a pig for? How long? How long? How long? Look at the disdain he has for the public. Guys, he hates us. All socialists hate Americans. It's who they are. That's why this fucking clown literally is just sitting here conspiring to try and violate me of my rights. That's all they want to do. Because they're disgusting, oath-breaking fucking pigs. Traitors is what they are. Did you take part in the drug war? All right, guys, what's going on is he's pleading his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent because he knows whatever he says will incriminate him. Disgusting. When we let these fucking pigs do what they thought was right, they took part in 50 fucking years of treason against their own people, and it's disgusting. Disgusting. So now we don't trust you, fucking idiots. We don't let you make whatever choices you think is reasonable because you're too fucking stupid to decide anything. That's what's going on.
That really is what's going on. And these guys, this whole interaction, they just prove that they're nothing but socialist fucking traitors, man. Like you said, oath-breaking, blue-line socialist traitors. That's all they are. That's all they are. Socialist pretty much sums it up. Because, like I said before, the only requirement to be in the socialist club is to be willing to commit crimes and to help others commit crimes and cover up crimes.
Yep.
That's all. There's nothing good about socialism, people. We talked about this a month ago. My homework was to find where socialism was a success, and I couldn't find any single piece of evidence that socialism was ever a success anywhere.
For us.
For anybody that's not a socialist, or
Right,
not
for the
part of the
people.
club. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Ugh.
Welcome to reality. Should have got your ducks in a row before you came, dumbasses.
That's true.
Don't you think? It's like, why'd they call you? They should have called someone that knows what the fuck they're doing. Don't you think? Maybe call it that. Who knows? Yeah, I think so. I think so. They'd be like, there's a guy on the sidewalk. What should we do?
Get the tranquilizer gun. What is this cop even talking about, man? Oh, they know what to do. What? What would they do? What would a veterinarian do? That's what you meant, right? He probably.
No, I'm telling him. I'm
yeah,
telling
but
him.
they probably thought that you were talking about a veteran, not a
Oh,
veterinarian.
hopefully not. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was talking about a veterinarian. I was talking about any real American, really.
Right, somebody that
A
has a
bricklayer.
real job. Yeah,
Call a
plumber,
bricklayer and
an
see what you do
electrician.
when a guy's on the sidewalk. Figure out what you do.
Yeah,
He'll
call
tell
a
ya.
plumber. Yeah, call a plumber. He'll come up
Yeah.
and he'll tell the cops to get the fuck out of here.
Well, he'll just tell you over the phone, mind your business. There's a guy on the sidewalk? Okay. Go up to him or
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, there's a guy on the sidewalk. Why are you fucking with him? Go pick up some criminals.
Mind your business. Game over. That will save the day. Well, dipshits, what? What is it? What is it?
Hanging out.
Yeah, you sure are. You're just wasting my money.
Defrauding the public. Defrauding the public, which is all that socialists do. They commit crimes and defraud the public in the process.
Why don't you guys shut off all these vehicles?
Because it's not our money that's getting burned up.
So what? You're not in them. And besides that, it's not even hot. It's 68 degrees, so it's actually very nice. Well, dipshits, I mean, fuck. You really thought that was gonna work? You just thought you were gonna come up and ask me questions and then what, haul me off? You guys are stupid. You're so stupid. That was your plan. Fucking worthless. See, that's why you're servants. You can't do anything. So that's why you work for me.
I wish Dave was here so he could watch this.
You getting some dipshit out of bed?
No, you got us.
You didn't get the chief out of bed?
You got us.
You should. Pull him off that kid he's fucking and get his ass over here, don't you think?
Ooh.
Always another chance.
That was a good one. Yeah, there's always a chance that he's in
Always
bed with a
another
little kid.
Always another excuse. Every word for me is another excuse to either hit him with another right or to hit him with another insult.
And why not? I mean, look at the bullshit that they do day in and day out to us.
It doesn't constitute a higher supervisor.
It doesn't constitute you either. Huh? Clearly.
What?
Huh? I said, you don't. Hey, if you don't have a warrant, then don't you think you skipped a couple of steps?
You don't even know?
Says a servant that I don't know. Really, you're so good at this life that you're my servant. You're so good at this life that you don't even know that you're my servant, huh, public servant? I'm the public, you're a public servant. I'm the public, you're a public servant, you fucking mustachioed bitch.
Man, you just let these cops have it and then go in for a second helping, man.
Yeah.
Because they just can't remove themselves from the buffet, man. They just can't. They can't seem to get it. They're so fucking stupid. But anybody else, dude, this is the whole point that we're trying to make here, that Kennedy made for us in this video, is that all of these other people, they get called frauditors by these troll channels when, recently.
For the wrong reasons.
Right.
But yeah.
Right, for the wrong reasons. He's proven that what these other auditors are doing is completely fucking wrong. Because it's, almost 2 hours, right, with these pigs.
No, we've been live for an hour 40, and we've been pausing it a lot. I think this video's only, I'm not sure, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think that the clock on your body cam is wrong.
Well, I might have sped a part up, and then the clock is wrong. There was a disclaimer. It was an hour forward or something like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
We're just hanging out. You're the one that came and started talking to us.
Yeah.
So, look, my point is that any dozen auditors of these,
Good.
any dozen of these other auditors would have been arrested in that amount of time, or even
Yeah.
beaten up or unalived, murdered right there on the side of the road for talking like Kennedy does.
Right. Other auditors are failing to not even commit crimes. They're going to jail for not even committing what people think of as a crime. I'm committing what people think of as a crime. And I'm not going to go to
Right.
jail. This was
Yep.
over a year ago.
Yep. And the only criminal charges went against the pigs.
So, right to redress my government, my worthless traitor government.
All right to hang out
Shut
here.
the fuck up. You don't have rights, bitch. No, you don't.
Everybody has rights.
No, you don't. You didn't sign up to have rights. You signed up to be a cop.
Everyone has to
Shut the fuck up. You gave up all your rights when you chose to become a cop.
Again, very misunderstood.
Shut the fuck up, servant. Jesus Christ. Why is this servant telling me what life is? Tell him to shut his fucking mouth. Jesus Christ. Dude, when I need advice from a fucking worthless servant that works for me, I'll come and find you. You got it?
I work for me
Shut
too.
the fuck up, pedophile.
I work for
I
everyone.
don't need your advice. Go get a real job, traitor. Shut the fuck up. Go get a real job. This is a protest, stupid. Oh, the fuck it isn't.
Is that your voice echoing off the market across the street?
Probably.
Oh, I love it, man. No other frauditor. They're not auditors. They're frauditors. None of them would have gotten away with this level of insult or volume without getting beaten up and then thrown in the back of a car and then taken off to a cage. Not any single one of them. Why is that? Because they're compliant little cunts. Yeah, I said it. Cunts. Is
Or
what they are, man.
Or they're non-compliant without being able to back it up.
right.
There's some options there, but
There's a whole
really,
lot-
they
yeah.
all believe in case precedent. That's a huge part of it, because you don't get to yell at cops when you're sitting there confused by case precedent. Or duggable, or frogable, suspicion of a kiss, or even a cuddle. Dude, most of you can't even come up with the words by the time the cops grabbing hold of you, like in Carolina's Fort Worth, at least in some cases. It's so nonsensical. Been suspected of a crime, will be suspected of a crime, has been committed a crime, thought about committing a crime, was on the toilet and thought about a crime. Right?
Yeah, it's all nonsense. It's awful gibberish.
Yeah,
That's
you
under-
don't get to yell
yeah.
at cops when you don't understand the law. But when you do understand the law, that you can't be seized without a warrant. That warrant has to be based on an injured complainant's sworn statement of damages. The judge finds probable cause, not these idiots, no matter what I say to them, no matter what they smell, no matter what their dog smells.
He decides if it's a protest. I do. That's right. Seeking redress of my worthless, fucked up government. That is right.
You're worthless government.
Yeah, that's you. You don't even know what you're doing. Of course you're worthless. What are you talking about? Pathetic. You're pathetic, dude.
So you're saying that this is
Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what you want.
Exactly. I'm just proving you wrong and you don't want to hear it.
You're gonna prove me wrong when you're not a servant, bud. When we're equals, then you can prove me wrong. Until then, shut up, servant.
I'm not above anybody.
Yeah, you're right. You're below.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, good jump.
So you're saying that this is all protest?
Listen to this idiot. Do you have to actually rely on this guy to watch your back?
See, all of these people
Because you're fucked if that's the case.
are here.
You are fucked if that's the case.
Legend has it. Pause it. Pause it. Legend has it. These 4 cops are still there trying to disrupt my lawful business.
Oh my God, dude! My face hurts.
Oh,
I gotta quit
bro, nobody crushes them like I crush them. I mean, come
No
on.
one.
It's not even close. We're talking about, this is 100, and this crap we're watching on these channels is like it's like a 2.2 or something like that. And this is 100. This is right at the foot. I don't know how you could get any more on point, to tell you the truth. I mean, every bit of it. The one thing is possibly I could have just shut the fuck up and they would have left. That's one option. But still, you know, I don't do that. I seek redress of my grievances with my government.
Yeah,
and
it's
if
your
I've
right.
got four guys that want to pretend like they're community members running around trying to put me in a cage when no one's injured at all, there's been no crime at all. And I know that Brian from High Impact Flicks will say things like, there shouldn't be a crime because there's no victim. No, but there isn't a crime because there's no victim.
Right.
That's
yeah,
your right, your Fourth Amendment right to be secure unless they have a warrant. That statement is required to get a warrant. And then there's the Sixth Amendment confrontation clause that you get to face your accuser, and the state doesn't have an accuser. These other sovereign citizens are always like, it's a corporation. But why does that matter? Well, because corporations don't have faces. That's
Yeah,
really
it doesn't. Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
really
matter.
where it comes into play. Other than that, it is almost like, so what? That's just how it's set up. But not having a face is a big part of it. So any drug war stuff, any traffic stuff, I mean, not any on traffic. Sometimes there will be an injured victim, but not
Well,
typically.
sure. If you run somebody over in a crosswalk, or you hit a trash can and it flies into somebody's window in their house or something, yeah, you know, man, that's injury, that's property damage, blah blah. You hit somebody in an
A lot of
accident
those
and they end up
cases are
hurt.
going to be civil anyway.
Right.
But then if there's malice, then it would be a
Right.
attempted assault with a deadly weapon, maybe, or something like that.
Attempted vehicular homicide, whatever. Is this pretty much the end, or do you have
Yeah,
some
that's
more
it.
choice? You don't have
No,
any more choice
no, that's
words
it.
for
I
these
just
pigs?
all I did is take off the sign, get in my car, and show everybody that I drove away. You can
Well,
watch.
maybe we should
can
go ahead and show that.
Yeah, it's 1 minute. Yeah, I'm not doing well by now. You can tell.
Well, you've been screaming and yelling.
Oh,
and
this
you're-
is,
you've-
bro. I get like this from just standing up for a few minutes these days. But yeah, back then I was able to let him have it a little bit.
You should be ashamed to call yourselves Americans. Ashamed.
Get the fuck out of my country.
Seriously.
Guys, why do I just do whatever the fuck I want?
Wow, that sound is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. You have an exhaust leak or something?
I wouldn't know, but I don't think that's what it is.
About the traitors. No one cares. Disgusting. Fuck off, bitches. Pathetic. Call yourselves Ameritards. Worthless. I mean, I wasn't getting anything sold, certainly. Fuck, I'm super heated. Jesus Christ, man, those cops, they just get dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber.
They just plain get away with every goddamn thing in the book. And
Yeah.
and because of that, they get used to it and they start expecting it, and
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. You got any parting words for
the drug war is treason.
drug wars,
There,
treason?
there only needs to be one thing, and it implicates everyone that's involved, because you don't get to just be in the accounting department and pretend like you don't take part in these crimes that your soldiers are going to do. You are taking part in it, and if you as Americans actually said, hey, wait, you got a kid naked in a dungeon? I quit. And if that happened everywhere, then that would be over with already. I quit. You got a kid naked in a dungeon. I quit.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're done.
but we don't
We're
do
not
that.
Doing that. Yeah,
You
we're
took
not
part
doing
in
that.
war against your own people. I quit. And if every single person had some guts to them, then we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in. But guess what? You have to fix it. Otherwise, it's going to be up to your kids. Period.
Yep.
It has to be you. It will get worse later.
Yeah, it's not getting better.
All right. Great show.
It's not getting better. Okay, I'm going to end the stream, but stick around for a minute. Thanks, you guys, for coming. Thanks, what's the matter, you? He says, she says, now that's quality programming. I don't know about
Awesome.
that. We try our best. We do our best. But
I
thanks
thought it
for
was
coming.
good.
Yeah. That's a great video, man. You really stuck it to
It's
those
the best
pigs.
by fucking orders of magnitude. It's
Yeah, it
truly like we're in different spheres. We're in different realms entirely. These
Yeah,
guys are playing some fucking games out there.
Yeah, they really are.
And then this is what it is. So
Yeah, they really are. I'm going to go ahead and end this, but stick around for a minute, Kennedy. Thanks, guys,
Okay.
for coming.
Sounds
And
good.
remember, the Supremacy Clause, the complete Constitution. Those are the tools. Those are the weapons. Use them.